Okay. Yeah. So we'll start now. Okay, let's see. Is it better now? Okay, thank you. Yeah. So we all have to have faith in life in general. So we all had faith. For example, when we are born, we all drank our mother's milk without questioning. I mean, we don't even know what it is, but to live, we started with having some faith. We all drank milk. And as you grow, you joined a school with faith that the school will teach you right things. So that has been our journey. In our life, we always had to put some faith in somebody. It's not like blind faith. You check yourself, like whether that's the right place, and whether the college has taught the right things, and whether the passed out people have come out right. We do some research, but we put faith in life. We all agree or not, right? We all agree. Yeah. Sometimes certain things can be observable. You can see and believe that, and sometimes it's not even possible. For example, uh, certain things you see, but you know it's not to really believe in. For example, uh, you put so this is water, right? We keep a stick in that. It seems it is bent, but we know it is not bent, right? So similarly, on a sunny day, on a tar road, you would see as if there is water on it, but it's an illusion. You know that. You see, but you don't believe it. On the other hand, sometimes we believe that there is electromagnetic waves. There are infrared and ultraviolet rays. We believe that even though we don't see them, we put faith in certain things, even though we don't see them. We see them, but we don't believe certain things based on our experience and our understanding, and so similarly, um, now the question is, can we the faith in Supreme Lord, is it reasonable or not? Right. So we don't want to be blindly believing anything, right? We don't want to be unreasonable in our faith. Can we be reasonable in what we believe in, right? When we say we believe in God, is that reasonable faith or unreasonable faith or blind faith? A lot of people think when you say you believe in God, they don't really uh, think that they believe that it's a blind faith, right? Many people of modern days, they think that this is unreasonable or blind faith, but we'll understand actually whether it is reasonable or blind or unreasonable. Yeah. So here you see a picture, right? So there are three people here. There is an Aboriginal man. He lived always in mountains, and suddenly he came to a New York City suddenly one day, and he saw all these wonderful skyscraper buildings. In his experience, he had only seen mountain ranges, trees, which have all naturally grown or naturally set up. So when he sees for the first time these wonderful architectural buildings, what would he do? What would he believe? Believes that, most likely these would have come naturally, right? So he believes that these buildings have come naturally because that's what his experience thought. We can know from what we already know. So based on that, he believes that, this could have been existed ever, forever. Just like I see my mountains in my place. or so that is so is that a reasonable faith? It's blind faith because it's based on his own naive observation, right? It's a blind faith. On the other hand, suppose you know a person from a Europe or say India had come to New York City and he saw all these architectural adventures. He believes that there must have been effort by many designers and architects over a period of many years to create these buildings, right? Even though he hadn't seen the people, he hadn't personally talked to them, he still believes that because what do you think? Why he believes that there must be people behind it? There must be some designers behind it. Because that is his personal experience from his own place. He had seen that a great constructions like this would have been done by the effort of great architects, or So that is what is that faith called? He hadn't seen it, but he has believed, or he has a faith or a reasoning based on his own experience. Correct. So is that reasonable or unreasonable faith? The first is blind faith, where he's just believing in his own experience. The second one, what is that? Is that a reasonable faith or unreasonable faith? Reasonable, right? It's reasonable because he had seen similar constructions in his own place. So it's a reasonable, it makes sense. So for example, yeah, now at this point, when he got down the flight in New York City, he met a person, some a wild-eyed man, we call him. Okay. So the wild-eyed man, he presents a book to the European man, telling him, hey, you know what? If you want to know how the New York City came about, you read this book. And what does the book have? It says, hey, there was a great blast in Hudson Bay area, and out of which when the smoke got cleared, there were these beautiful architectural adventures called New York City. Right? So if he says that, is that reasonable or unreasonable faith? It's unreasonable, right? Yeah, so now go back to your own, body. Our body has 40 trillion cells. Human body has 40 trillion cells. And each of these cells is a wonder of nature. You can see here the picture of individual cell. It has the facility of transportation of energy supply, everything that you can imagine in a properly constructed city, right? If a city requires so much planning for sanitation, for roads, for everything, for it to function like there are so many government bodies involved. For a city to function, to maintain cleanliness, everything. So, is it reasonable or unreasonable to believe the cell was actually constructed by an intelligent being, just like a city? It's reasonable or unreasonable? Reasonable, right? Yeah, you all agree, right? Anybody has any concern? Yeah. So it must be reasonable. It is reasonable faith to believe that this human body is not just a you know Hudson Bay explosion, right? It came out of a the intelligence of a greatly intelligent being. Even though we may not see, we may not you know witness the person directly in our own experience, but at least it's reasonable to believe that it has come out of a you know um, it's not just a random incident. Yeah. Yeah. So here is the conclusion here, right? So we can have reasonable faith that this universe and its contents, including ourselves, are the creation of an eminently intelligent, powerful, and expert supreme being. right? It's reasonable. No, just look at our own body, right? Our hair, I don't have hair, but many of you have a lot of hair. So our hair grows a lot, but our eyebrows don't grow at all. Such a good design, right? If eyebrows grow a lot, if I have to watch, I have to open it up. So it's an intelligent design. You see that? And suppose you want to eat something, what do you do first? You first smell, or you first see first. You see, okay, it's there is no fungus on it. If it is a cake, there is no fungus, and by smell it must be good or bad. You know that, and then you want to taste it. Right? So if your eyes, nose, everything is properly situated at the right place, so that you can act. It was such a great design. For example, your eyes are in the back, nose is on the side, mouth is in this side. How do you function? You have to turn 3 times to make sense out of it. So there is a great design within our body, within just this facial construction, and the intricate operation within your stomach is unimaginable. You can't even the heart, lungs, liver, they all function in such beautiful harmony. They're all put together right in the right place in order. So there is a great design behind all of this. It's not going to be some random incident. You can't get a wonderful computer functioning the way you want without a great brains or brains behind all of this. Correct. So similarly, we can see that there is such great design in all that we experience in this world. So here, a simple quiz we can all go over. There can be multiple answers. So there are three people, right? The wild-eyed man who is a blind faith, European man, reasonable faith. Oh, sorry, wild-eyed man is unreasonable faith. Aboriginal man is blind faith, right? So let's go through this. So we'll have to match one to many of these, one or more. Let's see, wild-eyed man must be nut due to his unreasonable faith in Hudson Bay explosion. Is that right? He must be a nut. Okay. Second, thought that city must have been constructed by archers. No. Compared to New York City with telephones, electric circuits. No. Thought that city must have existed like mountain range. This is the Aboriginal man. Has blind faith due to his naive conclusion. No. Inquiries on God, purpose of creation, and how to stop suffering. No. Has reasonable faith even without direct perception. No. Has unreasonable faith for claiming city's origins from explosion. This is right. Right? A and H. Didn't see city being constructed, did not matter. Architects or craftsmen who being constructed. Still here is reasonable in faith. Yeah. So A and H. And yeah. H. E has blind faith due to his naive conclusion. No, he's not naive, he's just unreasonable. There are 3 degrees, right? Unreasonable is the worst. Naive is somewhat okay, but reasonable is the best. Now the next European man. Now we read the answers, right? So let's see quickly. So European man is reasonable, right? So the B is correct. You all agree? You can answer actually instead of me. What else is the answer? B. G, reasonable faith even without direct perception. Correct? Yeah. G. Huh? I. Yeah. Didn't see, but he believes. Correct. This is good. Aboriginal man. He, yes, has blind faith due to his naive conclusion. Correct? Hmm? D. Yeah. Which one? D. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. That is the one. Yeah. Then cells in human body. C, right? Yeah, C. Anything else? I think that's it. Then dharma. Hmm? F. Inquiries on God, purpose of creation, and how to stop suffering. Yeah. That is a yeah. questioning nature. So we covered about reasonable faith and unreasonable faith. Now let's move to this topic. Matter, spirit. Yeah. Blind faith means you just believe in uh, based on your limited understanding without checking and inquiring further, right? Your knowledge itself is limited. Unreasonable means it's very one-sided view, right? So you can't even believe. Any sensible person cannot believe, right? So a lot of people argue in that way as well, right? So suppose the mechanistic worldview sees only the matter as everything, but there is a whole force of life that is acting in this, right? So they miss the whole aspect of that. So there are many conclusions from complete materialistic viewpoint are like that, right? The way universal creation was explained in like in explosion, right? Big Bang theory, it puts spirit out of it. So it's completely blinded. It's one-sided view, not blinded, unreasonable. Yeah, as we develop next topics, we'll understand this topic better. Hmm? So the next one. So I was just no getting into the same topic, mechanistic view, right? So science majorly deals with matter in this world, right? It only sees the movement of matter as everything, but it doesn't see the force behind the matter. Everything in this world has to be moved by spirit, right? Um, and mechanistic explanation only gives partial understanding of anything. For example, many qualities of life cannot be understood. For example, how do you explain joy, love, honesty, humility? You see here the list of things here. These are all present in any living being, and mere missions cannot experience that. Right? No mission can experience, joy, love, humility. Yeah. So most of the mechanistic view of life misses this point. This is the main, missing piece in the understanding of science as exists today, or as is understood by people today. So, yeah, for example, here it's mentioned a computer can tell you about the exact color composition in a painting, but it cannot tell you if the painting is beautiful or not. Correct? So there is an individual subjective experience which is missed in a mechanistic view of life. Yeah. So some of the great scientists like Thomas Huxley rightly said, there is a third thing in the universe to wit consciousness, which I cannot see to be a matter or force. Right? So yeah, since scientists resort to mechanistic worldview, they find the subject of consciousness like an unsolvable riddle. Right? It's an science totally misses consciousness, the area of consciousness. So anything it explains about this world is only partially correct because the driving force is missing in the whole thing. Can a computer, operate on itself? Somebody has to be there. Even if with AI, there should be somebody who is trying to extract the right information, right? So the force behind is missed. So naturally, the understanding will be limited. It cannot be perfect, right? Yeah. So world is not just made up of matter. It has matter and spirit. Spirit is the driving force for everything. And it's not just that. There are many things which are not in our control. There is a supreme controller as well, right? There is a individual controller, which is ourself, the soul, the individual subject to consciousness. But there is also the supreme controller. We'll understand how it is, right? For example, in your room, there is a light bulb. You can switch on, switch off individually. But you cannot switch on the light if the electricity board stops the power supply to the room, correct? So there is a superior controller as well. That's an example of how supreme control acts. Okay? So when there is a power cut off from electricity board and when we switch on the button, nothing glows, right? So true science is actually one that deals with not just matter, the spirit behind the matter, and also the supreme controller of all the spirit. Right? So three aspects make it complete. The study of anything actually. You study anything, all the three aspects are needed. Right? For example, when we studied, in childhood biology, photosynthesis, we all learned. But it only talks from the point of the physical chemical process. But who created the life in the plant? That is missed. Who is actually doing the photosynthesis? How who is the driving force? That they miss. So science explains everything from a point. From a point, it misses the origin, right? The the beginnings of everything. So that's where spirituality actually comes into play. It tries to explain in totality everything, right? Um, so there is a beautiful sloka, ninth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. It says, Maya Jakshena Prakriti Suyateva Sarasaram. Hmm? The meaning is Maya Adhyakshena. So Lord Krishna says, I am under me, material nature works. Under my superintendence, under my direction, the material nature works. It means all this cosmos that we see in this existence is all operated perfectly. We don't see anything operating in this world without a spirit behind it. If your car is moving, what is there behind? There's a person behind it. Without the person, there is no movement of car. Any movement exists only because there is a spirit behind it. You see, you all agree on? Can matter move on its own? Can a any no way. And we all know now the planetary systems are moving so perfectly orderly, correct? The planet Earth is moving around itself perfectly. The daytime is fixed, nighttime is fixed, the orbit is fixed, no collision, no. Just by the planetary movements, sailors used to find their way across countries in the past. Now you have GPS system, but in the past they would see the combination of stars and they know exactly whether they are to move to the east or west. So there is a wonderful cosmic order, but you haven't moved, I haven't moved. Who has moved or set this all in motion in the right order, right? There must be. We may not be knowing what that is, but the orderliness within the cosmos system tells that there is the supreme controller. So that Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am that. Maya jakshena prakriti suyateva characharam. Yeah. So just like for a simple example to understand, at our home, when a guest come, your father would receive them and tell your mother, make something. Just like, just by looking at her, she will prepare things, correct? So similarly, the nature, people think nature is operating on its own, but nature is actually acting under the supervision of the Supreme Lord. That's what Bhagavad Gita sloka says here. Maya jakshena prakriti suyateva characharam. Yeah, so that is the supreme controller aspect of it. Yeah. So let's go through. Any questions so far? You all agree, right? No doubts. Hmm. Yeah, and circle the right answer from the multiple choices given below. Yeah. Thomas Huxley's statement proves the presence. So, okay, let's go. Thomas Huxley's statement. Let's read it again. You're here. There is a third thing in the universe, to wit, consciousness, which I cannot see to be matter or force. Yeah, so that's the statement. Yeah, and this is Max Planck's statement. Science cannot solve the ultimate mystery in nature because, in the last analysis, we ourselves are the part of the mystery we are trying to solve. Hmm. You can read this. proves the presence of soul, a not non-material entity in the universe. Proves that, is that right? Okay. Proves that the third thing in the universe is spirit, which has arisen from matter. Proves that matter and force give rise to consciousness. No, doesn't arise from matter. Okay. Proves that there is a third thing in the universe, spirit, beyond matter and force. Is correct? Yeah. So 1D. Find the odd man out. A camera can click the picture of a beauty queen or a poor beggar, but not comment about her beauty or feel compassion in hurt for the beggar. A machine cannot experience, like a boy can do. Similarly, so what is the odd man out here? A machine can estimate the sound in decibels, but not tell you the sweetness of a raga. A scientist can describe shape, size, quantity of sugar, etc. about a gulab jamun, but can only know how sweet and pleasurable it is by personally tasting it, not by mechanical measurements. Yeah, that's true. A device can measure the temperature of an AC room, but it can never tell you the joy of being in an AC room after returning from a hot sunny day. Correct. Video camera can shoot a movie but cannot cry or laugh while seeing tragedy or comedy scenes. Hmm? What is the answer here? Hmm? Yeah. Who is a true MSc, Master of Science? One who has graduated MSc degree from college, one who knows matter and spirit, both, not just matter alone. Okay. One who knows matter, spirit, and controller of both, not just matter alone. Hmm? That's the answer. Yeah. One who has mastered science by conducting research. No. So this is the actual master of science. Okay? One who's matter, spirit, and controller of both. Give an example of how we are tiny controller and God is supreme controller. Looks like an easy one. You can turn light bulb on or off, but when there is power cut by electricity board, you have no control. Okay, you can turn light bulb on or off. The science has advanced, enhancing human capability to control. No, you can turn light bulb on or off. Thus, we are also supreme controllers since we have control over bulb. No, you can turn light bulb on or off as long as there is power supply. Thus, Jiva can be considered minute controller while God is the supreme controller. Correct, right? So the cosmic mission. Yeah. So I think we kind of discussed this. This is a conversation between Srila Prabhupada and a interviewer. There are two types of energies in this existence: matter and spirit. Matter is inferior energy. Why it is inferior? Any thoughts on that? Why matter is called inferior energy? Yeah, spirit controls matter. A large JCB is there. It has hands to move anything, but it needs somebody to, a tiny man to get in and move the buttons so that it can move up or down anything. Correct? It has a lot of power, but until a man enters and moves it, it cannot really move anything. Right? A large train is there, but it still needs one small guy to get in and drive in the right direction, fly it, same thing. So there is spirit. A small spirit can move the entire flight. Correct? Large flight which can carry 500 people, or a Titanic ship with thousands of on board. So the spirit is the driving force. That's why it is called superior energy. Right? So yeah. So Prabhupada states Material energy can never work independently. It must first come in contact with spiritual energy, right? That's our direct experience. So, how can people accept that the entire cosmic manifestation, which is nothing but matter, has come about automatically? So, a competent mission does not work unless a man who knows how to work pushes a button. Yeah. So, this is the same thing. Um, yeah. So the same verse which we discussed before, Maya Jakshen Prakriti, Sujiteva Characharam, that is how Lord is operating all the cosmos. So when there is a beautiful orderliness in the cosmos, we must naturally, reasonably can conclude that there must be a controller behind all of this. Correct? Yeah. So here is a beautiful argument by Srila Prabhupada, right? Now you may say, well, how do I know that he is the operator? Krishna is the operator, right? We are saying behind the cosmos there is Lord. Krishna says, because we say Krishna says, Maya Jakshen Prakriti Suitesa Characharam. Under my direction, the whole cosmic manifestation is working. If you say no, Krishna is not the operator behind the cosmos, then you have to accept another operator and you must present him. But this you cannot do. Therefore, in the absence of your proof, you should accept mine. That's how Prabhupada, is in a conversation. Very smart, right? Very intelligent argument. If you don't have a proof, there must be an operator because there is orderliness. So if you don't have a proof, then we have our scriptural proof saying that Lord Krishna is the operator. Or which energy cannot work independently? Inferior energy, material energy, spiritual energy, all the above. Hmm? A and B, yeah. Both are same actually, A and B, inferior and material energy. Hmm? Any questions? Yeah. So the cosmic manifestation cannot work on its own as much as a mission does not work unless an operator pushes a button. Yeah, correct. A car cannot move without a driver. Correct. A Cadillac is a nice car and runs. No, wrong. A aeroplane cannot fly without a pilot. Correct. Out of the two, who is more important, mission or the operator? Operator, right? Yeah. So mission is more important because how can the operator use it if mission were not? Both are important, but obviously operate without operator, mission cannot work. Operator is more important because how can the mission run without proper operator operating it? Both are equally important as both are essential for the functioning of a mission. None of them could be considered as more important than the other. What do you all think? Hmm? Huh? B? Yeah. Because operator himself designs mission. What do we infer when we apply this mission operator analogy to the universe? Universe is a cosmic mission and Lord Krishna is its operator. Okay, right? Universe is a cosmic mission which operates itself for an indefinite period of time. This is what scientists say. Right? Universe is a cosmic mission with an imaginary operator for our understanding. No, there is no imaginary ideas. Universe is a cosmic mission and operator is its intelligence like CPU in a computer. No. If you say CPU, there must be somebody who is creating the CPU also. Yeah. So we understand spiritual science not just deals with matter, it also deals with the spirit behind matter and also the supreme spirit or the controller behind all of this. That's why it's a compelling, complete science. Anything you learn without the holistic perspective, it has to miss some aspects. It cannot be complete. So this is all reasonable faith, correct? Yeah. So another aspect that happens in modern science is anything operate, anything you want to explain in science, there is an immediate cause, there is a remote cause, and there is a supreme cause or the ultimate cause. Most of the time, science only deals with what is the answer? Hmm? Immediate cause. The immediate cause is what they care for. So that's why again it's not holistic. It's never going to be complete. For example, here you see a train moving on the track, correct? So if you are in say fifth bogie, how is your fifth bogie moving ahead? Because of fourth bogie, you can say that. That's also correct. But the fourth bogie is moving because the bogie before that is moving, dragging it. So in this way, if you want to find who is your, where you started, you are born to your father. You can say my origin is my father, but your father's origin is his father. He must have some father, right? We all agree that it's not like suddenly chemicals came together and my father is formed. Uh, so you go back in the chain, right? So there must be something from which something else came. So reasonably one may ask, okay, then who created God? Because everything comes from something. By definition, God must come from something. You all agree? How do you answer that? Any thoughts? So anything in our experience in this world, so in this world, the experience of time is there. So time is the one that creates the change in all of us. Time manipulates matter. Time is an energy of God. God exists beyond the purview of time. He is beyond time. Okay. So only within time frame or within the purview of time, we can see the origin of a thing ontologically. So you will see the explanation for your father to some level within the domain of time. When you go beyond the time, so Lord Krishna says, I am the source of everything that exists here. So at some point, he is the original source, right? From there, by definition, that is the definition of God. He is the Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the supreme cause of everything. So you have your father as your cause, or immediate cause. His father is his immediate cause. You go like that, where it ends is the supreme cause. So that is God. And it is beyond the purview of time. Right? The purview of time is only in the material domain. When we go beyond material domain, material manifestation, there is spiritual domain. There is no time concept. Time is inconspicuous there. Time is conspicuous here, and it controls all the changes within the material existence. Okay, so that's why you cannot, by definition, it is invalid. There is no origin for God. God exists. We also exist in the spiritual sense. We also exist. The birth, growth, depletion and death. That is a concept of material existence, or within the material world only you experience that. When you go beyond the material existence, there is nothing like birth, growth, death, right? So that is out of question. So here again a conversation by Srila Prabhupada, right? Yeah, so let's move on. Yeah, so this is the example. Yeah, so here let's read this one. So scientists say that water is a combination of hydrogen and oxygen, but when they see a vast ocean, they're puzzled about where such a high quantity of hydrogen and oxygen could have come from. They think that everything evolved from chemicals, but where did the chemicals come from? Chemicals should have some origin, correct? How do you know where is the origin of chemicals? So that they do not know. Since the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the cause of all causes, he can produce immense quantities of chemicals. So the argument that chemical is the origin can be easily, understood logically that it is wrong. How? So you see the example of a lemon tree here, right? We all know lemons have citric acid, correct? Do so. How is the earth has earth has like all the elements, like all the minerals like anything else, and the citric plant, or the lemon tree is able to extract the citric acid from the earth. It has the ability to make the right combination to create citric acid in the lemon fruit, correct? So what we can understand, and lemon tree has life. The life is able to manufacture the right chemical composition. It's never the other way. It's never that chemicals would compose some life. It's always life composes chemicals. That is our experience. We have seen always like that. Correct? So from this logically we can understand. What do we understand? The to chemical composition comes from life. It's never the other way. Chemical composition does not create life. That is the argument of scientists, right? So at some point there is a unique combination of chemicals that brought up life. So life comes from life or matter? Huh? Life has to come from life. How? You all have an example. We all came from our parents. We didn't, get composed somewhere and we came about, right? So our parents, their life has given our life. So similarly, in the future, we'll see the same way. So we can understand from this, it's only life that can create life, and it's only life that can create chemicals or whatever, right? So that explains this. And Krishna says here, you see, here, let's read this, right? We actually see that chemicals are produced from living entities. For example, a lemon tree produces many tons of citric acid. The citric acid is not the cause of a tree, rather, the tree is the cause of the acid, correct? Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the cause of everything. It is the cause of the tree that produces citric acid. Bijamam sarva bhutanam. So this is another verse from Bhagavad Gita. Bijam means I am the seed, and Mam, I am the seed giving father, right? Sarva bhutanam means all the living entities. For all the living entities, I am the seed giving father. That's what Lord Krishna says here. So a devotee can see that the original potencies causing the cosmic manifestation are not in chemicals, but in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For he is the cause of the chemicals. Yeah. So everything is caused or manifested by the energy of the Supreme Lord. When everything is annihilated or dissolved, the original supreme potency enters the body of the Supreme Lord. So there is dissolution as well. There is creation, maintenance, and dissolution. Yeah. So this is another verse 14.4, right? Bhagavad Gita. What does it say? Sarvayonishu kaunteya. You can all repeat after me. Sarvayonishu kaunteya. Shukaunteya. Murtaya sambhavanti ya. Tasam brahma mahadhyonir. Aham bija pradapita. Sarva yonishu kaunteya. Sarva yoni means the source of all living entities, right? Made possible, sambhavanti, made possible by me. Tasham Brahma Mahadhyonir Aham Baija Padapita. I am the seed giving father of all of them. So let's read the translation. Anyone want to read? You want to read, Santosh? Yeah. So everything comes originally from God. That is the so the idea of how life came about is that readily solved here in this verse. We don't need to be confused about it. So, for example, if we sow a banyan tree, a huge tree eventually comes up, and along with it, millions of new seeds, and it organically grows from there, right? So, once it is set in motion, it will continue from there organically. So, each of these seeds can in turn produce another tree with millions of new seeds, and so on. This is how Krishna, the original seed giving father, is the primary cause of everything we see. Yeah. So here there is an example of, for example, originally there were 120 cow breeds, you know, different varieties of cows which used to give different varieties of milk were existing in India. But now only there are about 30 of them. About 90 of them were extinct. And with all the scientific understanding, we are not able to produce those remaining 90 which were missing right now. Right? And if we want them, we have to go back to God and ask for it. Right? There is no way because He is the seed giving Father. Yeah. Yeah. So general scientific observation only cares about the immediate cause. It doesn't bother about the remote cause or um, or the ultimate cause. Krishna is described in the Vedas as Sarva Karana Karanam. Ishvaraha Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam is the Brahma Samhita verse. Is the cause of all causes. If one understands the cause of all causes and then he understands everything. Yeah. Yashmin Vignate Sarvam Evam Vignatam Bhavati. Yeah. If one knows the original cause, the subordinate causes are automatically known. It's um, it's implied. Everything else is in implied understanding. So, although the scientists are searching after the original cause, when the Vedas, perfect knowledge, declare the original cause to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead, scientists won't accept it. Generally, they have tendency to not accept it because that's not within the material perception, correct? Yeah. So scientific knowledge is useful. It's not like we are denying it, but understand it has limitations because it only concerns with matter. There is spirit behind matter. They miss that. And there is supreme spirit behind all of the cosmos, correct? They miss the bigger thing also. So anything that we understand within the domain of science, as seen, observed today, definitely can explain only partial truth. It cannot give complete understanding. Let's see some example. An example for immediate, remote, and ultimate cause is, okay, let's read this. A train bogie being pulled by another bogie, further bogie, and ultimately engine. So in a train bogie case, what is the immediate cause? The bogie before the current bogie, okay? Remote cause is a further bogie. And what is the ultimate cause of the movement? The engine, right? Yeah. Train bogie being pulled by multiple bogies causing movement of one after the other. No. Train bogie being pulled by another bogie offering facility to travel. No. A train's engine is the immediate, remote, and ultimate cause of all bogies. No. Because it's not immediate cause. It's a remote cause. What do scientists study in their research laboratories? So, hmm? immediate, immediate cause, right? Only immediate, and sometimes remote cause also. An example to prove that scientists fail to search for the ultimate cause is seeing God as a source of vast quantities of hydrogen and oxygen present in ocean. Yeah, that's true. Seeing chemicals as the source of, yeah, as the source of vast quantities of hydrogen and oxygen present in ocean. So they only see chemicals, right? They don't see beyond anything there. Seeing the entire cosmic manifestation to be functioning nicely without the ultimate cause. Yeah, so this is also, you can say, the unreasonable faith. Seeing the entire cosmic manifestation to be functioning nicely with ultimate cause. No. Hmm? So, what is the source of chemicals found in this universe? The immediate cause of chemicals is the living entities like a lemon tree. Supreme Personality of Godhead is the ultimate cause of tree and that produces chemicals. Yeah, this is correct. Everything is manifested by the energy of Supreme Lord, and when everything is annihilated, the original potency enters the body of Supreme Lord. That is also correct, but not related to this. Citric acid is the cause of the tree, subsequently producing thousands of lemons. No, chemicals are never the cause. In the Bhagavad Gita 14.4 and 7.10, what is the one thing in common Lord Krishna says? He is the source of all life forms, yes. He is the original seed of all existence, correct? He is one of the seed giving father, no, A and B, right? What is the disease of atheistic scientists? They observe only the immediate cause and they keep to their partial imperfect knowledge. They're going on searching after the original cause for several years. Hmm? Many scientists say, see, today we could not found, but ultimately we will find someday. Correct? It's like a blank check. It'll never work. You never know when it will become true. But Vedas are already giving explanation. When Vedas declare the original cause to be Supreme Lord, the scientists won't accept it. Correct? The modern day advancement of science has not yet found out the original cause. Hmm? All? Yeah. Staying. Okay, this is the conversation between Prabhupada. I'll share this document. It's a nice, back and forth between Prabhupada. It's a long one. Yeah. So all these, topics were derived from Prabhupada's conversations. They're all based on that. So any questions so far? So I'll just summarize. So in the first, the goal is to understand whether to believe in God is a reasonable faith or unreasonable faith or blind faith. Many people think, oh, you're believing God, you're, sometimes feel you're superstitious. People say like that, correct? But actually, it is not. It is completely reasonable. In fact, to not believe is unreasonable, correct? Yeah, to not believe is unreasonable because we see the orderliness in the universe and you have to have an explanation for that. So we saw the example of this Aboriginal man with blind faith, European man with reasonable faith, and wild-eyed man with unreasonable faith. And that example explains that everything that we see, that manifestation of everything that we see, must have an origin, the controller, who believe in whom is a reasonable faith. You see the example of a cell, it cannot come by chance or some explosion. It has to come from a greatly intelligent being. And then we understood this cosmic manifestation is not just matter, it is there is spirit behind it. It's not just the spirit, there is also supreme controller behind all of this. we understood by the example of light bulb, right? So we can switch on, switch off within our home. But if the station stops the power supply, then you can't. Your operation doesn't have any value, right? So similarly, there is supreme controller behind every, all the cosmic operations. Yeah. So some of the intelligent scientists actually accept that, mechanistic view of life is partial, and because science misses the spirit behind all of this, there is that missing piece in science as we understand today. So we saw some examples, and we learned about the sloka 910, where Lord Krishna says, Maya Jakshena Prakriti Suisdeva Characharam. So everything is controlled, under my supervision, right? We saw with the example of how man would, you know, just by the, instruction gets something prepared for the guest, right? So that example we heard. Yeah. So this whole cosmic mission is operated under the supervision of Supreme Lord, right? So it's reasonable to believe that because of so much orderliness. That is what we discussed in this. Yeah. And then finally, immediate cause, remote cause, and ultimate cause. Most of the scientific observations are only bothered about immediate cause. They don't really bother about remote cause or ultimate cause. So that's why generally it's an incomplete understanding, right? Yeah, so that's all we have to discuss here. Any questions, comments? So with this background, do you have, any other questions you want to ask related to this or not, or even previous discussions? Is everything okay? Hare Krishna, Arjun and Divya. Do you have any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I don't think so, Prabhuji. I think everything is clear.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So here in Bhagavad Gita, we are not directly discussing verses right now, because this foundation is important, because this is what you will face in the outside world. So we need to develop proper understanding and foundation, and we will refer to relevant slokas like today we discussed. I'll share this material so you can go over when you have time, so that it becomes more solidified. I'm going to create a drive and keep all this material there. Okay. So is everything okay? Any questions? No questions? Either I'm not teaching correctly or. Okay then. So we'll end the class. We'll have Prashadam. We started late, so we'll end now. Thank you all for joining today. So
Thank you,
chanting,
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
we will also chant one round
Oh,
together.
okay.
Yeah. So how many of you are new here? Do you have beads? No, right? Okay. So you can chant, we also forgot to bring beads. So you can all chant. I'll show the mantra on the thing. In the DYS class, you all understood the importance of Mahamantra, right? You all understood that we should practice chanting. Preferably, this is the way, this is the
main means of realization in this age, Kali Yuga. So we are going to chant one round together now. So this is the mantra here. Okay. If you don't have beats, just we are going to chant 108 mantras now together. It will take about 6 to 7 minutes. So you can just watch and chant. So before this, there is another mantra called Panchadatta mantra. So we'll chant together. Jai Sri Krishna. You can repeat after me. Jai Sri Krishna. Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita. Gadadara. Sri Vasadi. Gaura Bhakta. Vrinda. So now if we chant, if suppose, we are not focused, it still retains the, the power. Right? So now let's repeat this mantra that you see on the board. Just continue as long as we complete. That means you are also complete. Yeah. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Prabhu will end the call.
Okay, Prabhuji. I also finished my chanting just now.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Divya.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I still have few left, but I'll complete them.
Sure, Divya. Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
yeah. Hare Krishna.